Non-binary means everything to me. It's a part of me, it's the essence of who I am.
Practically speaking, it means that I don't fully identify as a man or a woman.
Being non-binary is, for me, about looking at the gender system and positioning myself in it, but fighting against it, challenging it, and saying that we could have a better world free of expectations, free from misogyny, free from oppression.
For me, being non-binary is falling outside of being 100% man or 100% woman.
Being non-binary is not fitting strictly into the binary system that our society has of a male and female.
I just kind of go along the gender spectrum. Some days I am more masculine, other days I am more feminine, but I'm not male or female.
Politically speaking, it means that I think the gender binary is like oppressive and just like weird, and I don't want anything to do with it.
When I first discovered gender conforming, when I read the description, I thought I was reading a description of me. It was just the essence of who I am.
I can wear a dress and makeup one day, I can wear a suit and tie another day, and it doesn't matter, and whatever I wear or however I act, I'm still me.
It's what lies in between. Whether you feel connected to a little bit of either binary gender, or you feel totally agender or without a gender like myself, you are entirely valid.
That it's real, because I think a lot of people think, oh, you're just making up terms.
For me, I want people to understand that being non-binary doesn't necessarily mean that you're confused, or even that your gender is fluid. A lot of non-binary people have fixed gender identities, and are very sure in who they are.
Some people are just perfectly happy being as they are, and that can be with or without surgery involved, with or without a social or cultural transition or anything of the above.
Non-binary is a spectrum. There are loads and loads and loads.
Being trans is not just about being in transition from one binary gender to the other.
Your way of being non-binary and like looking non-binary is very much the right way of doing that.
Just because our genders don't match up to your expectations doesn't mean they're not real, significant and valid for us.
And we just want to be recognised and live our lives and not have to explain every time we meet someone new what non-binary is, and not have to worry about any legal processes we have to go through.
For a large proportion of society, private organisations, charitable organisations, government, there's just simply no recognition for non-binary people, especially still in colleges and universities.
Always double check what pronouns they're okay with.
Use the pronouns that we ask you to use. Don't question them if they're not in line with what you think they should be.
Respect them and say, okay, I respect you and I respect your pronouns, and you are real and you are valid.
You need to break the system. It's clear and simple.
Be critical of their understanding of androgyny, because you don't have to look androgynous to be non-binary.
I'd like people to become accomplices with me and help me change the world and take my lead on what it means to be non-binary, and not to make assumptions about who I am as part of that.
Understanding that gender is like super personal, it's really individual, and you can't ever apply what one person is comfortable with to all people who share that identity.
Key question I'd say that you should always avoid is, what were you before you came out?
Listen to us when we're upset or when we're not comfortable with someone, and educate yourself to be a stronger and better ally to us, to help us fight for the rights that binary people have, and we don't.
Okay, the question. Right. Okay. So what does non-binary mean to you?
I guess for me, being non-binary means recognising that gender is awful. No, wait. Let's not do this.